Hello plant parents! So we're back in our YouTube channel after so long. Today we're celebrating the third year of our garden. So in terms of the outdoor plants, the plants that we have planted in soil outdoors, which are probably 80% of our plants. 20% of them are kept inside because they're too delicate and more tropical. What thrived the most here and are working like a charm. So monsteras are really thriving. The Dracaena Draco, the Strelitzias, the Jasmine.
Although the Strelitzias are in pots.
Yes, true, because then we can move them around the garden. The Clevias are always blooming and magnificent.
Also, the rubber plant, the ficus, is growing beautifully. The main lesson we learned in this journey is don't fight the conditions you have.
So the idea is that you bet for the species that thrive in your condition. Don't follow only Instagram posts and try to just buy every kind of plant. In our case, we have a very secluded and humid garden, so the conditions are completely different from somebody who could have a terrace, a sunny terrace, for instance. So just bet for the species that you think will thrive in your place, and just don't buy plants that you see on Instagram. In our case, Mediterranean plants are not thriving very well in this condition.
Except for jasmine. It took 4 attempts for us to manage to grow one.
And now it's giving beautiful flowers.
Yes.
And going more to the straight point of some of the species. So the Hidlevintera Cola de Mononis suffered a bit with the lack of natural light. The problem that we have is that living in the ground floor, very little natural light comes into the apartment. So the plants tend to suffer etiolation, which is they get thinner and they try to reach the light faster. So Cola de Mononis suffered that, but despite of this condition, it gave us beautiful flowers last summer. It was really nice. Pachypodium lamerae, they lost all their leaves. One was killed with overwatering, but they're still growing. So we have 2 of them. We're going to show you.
The Dracaena Draco is also doing very well, and it's even branching, even though it's in a huge pot.
Yeah, we thought it being planted in a pot, the plant wouldn't grow much, but it looks like it's thriving as well.
Unfortunately, one of the plants that didn't make it either was the musa or the banana tree. After 2 years, we realized that our attempts were unsuccessful, and even though we have a mild winter in Barcelona, these temperatures were enough to kill the plant. Even just having a single night where the lowest temperature goes down to 3 degrees Celsius, that's enough to kill the plant. And we realized with this that it's not just some Mediterranean plants that they don't make it here, but also on the other opposite, some tropical plants that they don't do it either.
Yeah, that's why the very tropical, like Verrucosum and all these other philodendrons are kept inside the apartment. The lack of winter natural light is a problem because it's really complicated to grow them in winter. They're kind of sad, but now we're starting to keep them outdoors because it's possible. Also in April, nights are now at 14 degrees Celsius, so all these plants are being brought outside already. Regarding bulbs, we still have them in the box. We had very bad experience planting them early March or April because if temperatures are not stable at 20 degrees, they tend to rot. So we're going to the conservative side and planting them in May, more or less. So we're sure they're growing. Oxales, caladiums, eucomis, and even some begonias are still kept in the box.
One of the Mediterranean plants that we thought wouldn't make it because it's been quite challenging is been the lemon tree. Even though this year it's not giving us any lemons yet, maybe next year it does. Anyway, we struggled because it had scale insects for quite some time during the last year, but now it seems that it's stabilized. Let's see.
Yeah, we've been using a potassium soap and neem oil to rub all the leaves, and it looks like it's working.
All right, and enough of chit chat. Now we are going to give a tour of our plants and indoor pots, and we hope you really like it.
Yeah, enjoy.
Bye bye.
you.